April 6th, and we've got familiar looks here in the springtime along the Front Range here in Colorado. You're getting gorgeous views of the campus of Colorado State University. That's where we are for more Men's Collegiate Lacrosse Association action tonight. It'll be Colorado State hosting Texas here with Stream It Sports Productions. How are you doing? I'm Marty Cesario, excited to be here and bring you this outstanding action between the Rammies and the Longhorns. Let's look at the resumes for each of these two programs, and we'll start with Texas. They're the visitors on the road. You can see they've won 3 consecutive victories as they sit 4-1 overall on the 2023 season. They're just beginning their 2-game Colorado road trip. For Colorado State, 4-4. They've played a ton of top teams in the nation, including 1 and 2, by the way. And one thing we should note about that 4-4 record, each of those 4 wins are right here in Fort Collins. The Rams are looking to keep that unblemished streak alive as they host Texas today. So coming up, it's going to be the Longhorns from Texas visiting the number 23rd ranked Colorado State Rams here with Stream It Sports. Well, you look at those gorgeous shots from the Stream It Sports production crew. We're here in Fort Collins, Colorado, just short of 7 o'clock Mountain Time as we rise up and above Moby Arena and across the way behind the brand new softball facility. Well, that's where we're at, getting ready for MCLA action. It's the Rams and the Longhorns who will be playing this evening. That sunshine will slowly fade away, and we'll go deep into the darkness as we have this outstanding contest between CSU and UT. My name's Marty Cesario, along with the gang, the talented Stream It Sports production crew, giving you the visuals. You can see the Texas Longhorns right there as they are getting ready to take on the Rams here on the road. Let's look at the impact players that we're locking in on the early radar as we get ready for this contest. And for the Longhorns, under head coach Kyle Hartzell, we're looking at Sterling Hupp, the outstanding midi for the Longhorns. Up in the attack, Christian Reno, and then an outstanding defenseman for the Longhorns is Ellis Tucci. Those are the guys, as we've had the production calls and the exchanges, connections with the staff, those are the guys that need to keep an eye on as we get ready for Texas to get underway. And then we flip over to the guys in the green and gold. Those are the CSU Rams for this evening. The impact players that we're locking in on for CSU includes Riley Flores. So good to have him back. Such a talented attackman. Carson Malinowski, the freshman attack up front there. So Flores and Malinowski, that'll be fun to watch. And then Charlie Bebo will be in goal. And we'll take a break right now. The anthem will play, and then we'll come back for CSU and Texas.
He lives with anxiety, but with the help of this latest innovation from Be Normal, he can be normal, just like everyone else. With the swipe of a finger, you can project happiness, confidence, machismo. Why settle for being real when you can be normal? The Normal Maker, new from Be Normal. This item doesn't really work because there's no such thing as normal. We're all different. What we like, how our brains work. In fact, 1 in 5 of us live with mental illness. Don't filter who you are. Start by talking to someone you trust. And remember, there is no normal.
Jason, let's go see your room.
No, that's not right. How is it? Is it good?
Can't get enough of those shots here on campus at Colorado State. That is Moby Arena, overlooking the brand new softball field. Over here, we're getting ready for men's lacrosse. Let's look at the starters for each of these squads as we get ready to play. A 7 o'clock start here in Fort Collins. On the left, there's Colorado State. The homeboys, McFerrin, Flores, Malinowski up front. The attackers, Dylan Hoff, such an outstanding face-off guy. You see Kissel Mulligan will be out there first. And then the back end, Jake Niss, Farkas, and McDonald with Bebo, again, starting for CSU. For Texas, well, up front there, you see Greg Wire, Reno, and Lisa, the attackmen. DeAngelis will handle the face-offs. Sterling Hupp, we talked about him as an impact player. Henry Schechter is the long stick midi. And then on the back end, Tucci's an impact player on our radar right now early on. Adam Weiner, JT Pyle. And then starting in goal is Ryan Glennon, defending the cage for the University of Texas. I've got 48 degrees here on my field thermometer as we get a shot of the goalies. And there's Ryan Glennon right there, 21. Glenn getting the start for Texas again. He's a sophomore out of Roslyn, New York. He's been in front of the cage for all 5 games here for the 4-1 Longhorns. And then there's Charlie Bebo, who is the outstanding goaltender for the CSU Rams. He's been in net for 7 games. As you see, we've just gotten underway. You get that nice tight shot at field level, and the Rams have won the opening faceoff. Again, 48 degrees. We are now at 7:02 Mountain Time. We have just begun the first quarter of play between Colorado State and Texas. An unforced error, and the ball floats out of bounds, so that will be Texas ball. University of Texas Longhorns, 4-1 on the season. Here in 2023, CSU is 4-4, but we do note they have not lost yet here in Fort Collins. Visual setup for you, the familiar look, the burnt orange of Texas with the white helmets. CSU also with the white lids and the iconic bighorns across their helmets, wearing the green shorts and the white jersey. So defending right now is CSU. With possession in the attack area are the Texas Longhorns. And you see Texas trying to attack Blaine Ware for a moment there. Now they'll cycle it around, get a shot off, and they'll score immediately early on in this contest. So there is a first strike, and it is Texas who scores first here in this game. So a 1-0 lead for UT. We'll look at the replay as the ball transitions over. And successfully, they're able to get it in. I didn't get a read on the number of who scored that, but we know it's Texas. And there is a face-off win. Not yet. Hoff knocked it loose, forced the ground ball chaos, but then eventually it is a face-off control for Texas. And then they have problems. Nearly a caused turnover, but you see Texas gets the ground ball and then the whistle stoppage. A timeout called this early in the game with a 1-0 lead for the Texas Longhorns. We probe around, and now you see one of the officials going to do a stick check. That's interesting. Was that called by head coach Ryan McDonald for CSU after the opening goal for the Longhorns? There is head coach McDonald in the middle of that huddle for Colorado State. Six-year head coach Ryan McDonald. Well, the fifth season as the head coach, 6-year with the program as part of the coaching staff. And then he has all the pedigree with the program itself, winning a national championship back in 2006. You see Coach McDonald having a discussion with the officials. One program note, the production staff informing me we do not have a clock right now on our score bug. The clocks were moved, so we don't have a camera on the clock itself. So we'll try to help you out with that as we progress. We know this early goal by Texas, and they have the 1-0 lead. There's the unforced error, which leads to a possession and an attempted clear by CSU. Here comes Jordan Cutter. Hello to Thunder Ridge. Cutter still maneuvering and getting through multiple defenders, and eventually the successful clear. And Cutter's going to look for an attacker. And CSU will try to set up their first extended possession. Malinowski back there. Flores some problems. He's brushed aside, and then there's a ground ball scoop right there by Texas. Adam Weimer doing a nice job hustling to the ball. And here the Longhorns will try to clear. Not without a lot of contact. So aggressive ride by CSU, but Texas gets out of it. And then possessions awarded to CSU. So a lot going on early in this contest. Kissel brings it up. Chastain and his first midi line out there. And now CSU will try to set up. Kevin Mulligan back there running from X. That's interesting and fresh. looking for a cutter, found one, and Riley Flores missed. CSU will keep it. Chastain tries to go quick with the left. Good reaction by the goaltender, Ryan Glennon. And here come the Longhorns clearing. JT Pyle, the long pole. Over the top of a defender, we go wider, and now we'll see the Longhorns set up with that 1-0 lead. Early score within the first 30 seconds of the contest. And so the Longhorns have that early advantage. Chastain trying to ride across the stick side of Glennon, and it is wide. Long throw across midfield. Texas will sub in their middies, as will CSU. Now the Longhorns will settle down. That was Mason Morris, 25, as Texas cycles it back around. UT bouncing around there with Christian Reno in possession of the ball. He's going to send it all the way across. High risk pass turns into a turnover. And now CSU is going to try to clear. So here come the Rams, down 1. That's Mason Daly. So Daly and Dowden up top. A lot more work by Kevin Mulligan in the attack area than we're maybe used to seeing. Here's Daly, 1v1. Nice save by Ryan Glennon. And then a turnover. McFerrin finds Flores. Riley tries to go low to high with a rad angle, and it goes out of bounds on the missed shot. So Texas and Ellis Tucci scoop it up, and they'll bring it back the other way. One goal advantage for Texas. Nice save by Bebo. But Texas maintains possession. Chucky with the good stop. But the Rammies can't get the ball. Texas working around again. There's Teddy Lisa. Trying to get a cutter on this near wing, nobody there, but then look at the reaction. Immediately, Sterling Hupp jumping on the ball to get the GB and extend this possession for Texas. And there's a shot and a score by the Longhorns. That's a tough angle, but successful for the Longhorns is Max Eigen. And we'll look at the replay. That's Eigen almost to the GLE, and once he gets to the goal line, releases, and perhaps that fooled the goaltender Bebo, and you see the Longhorns celebrating with another goal. So Max Eigen, the senior out of Westport, Connecticut, scores. Here's the adjacent face-off, and it's a good battle. And a nice scoop by CSU. Will Farkas doing a great job. Good trading of the ball, and it eventually ends up in a Jared McFerrin shot attempt. Goes over the crossbar and out of bounds. CSU is going to keep it. Well, here's the Rams working it around. McFerrin way up top. Saw McFerrin cranking it there, decides not to release it, back up to Malinowski. In the foreground is Jackson Irick, but there's Malinowski working with the left cradle, nothing there. Good patience by the freshman. Flores using the screen. And then a whistle blown as Flores was advancing. There's an excellent look at the verdict by the official. Trying to look across and see if this presents a man-up situation for CSU. And it does. So man up is CSU for the first time in this game. Down 2 goals here in the first quarter in Fort Collins. Dowden playing that X position back there as the Rams cycle it around. No scoop by Dowden, and that'll be a turnover. Tucci sends it to midfield. And here comes Texas. Parker Ailes doing a good job. Longhorns with the 2-0 lead, and they have the ball. Bouncing around back there is Christian Reno. Reno, the top point totaler for the Longhorns in the 2023 season. See that impact where Farkas knocked down a screener. Jake Niss bodying up Reno and doing a nice job with it. Trying that tough angle along the goal line. And it's not there, but Texas is going to keep it. Teddy Lisa working the dodge against Farkas. And he reverses. What an outstanding feed by the local kid, Gavin Gregoire out of Regis here in Colorado. Sends it to the center cutter, and it's another goal for the Texas Longhorns. Let's look at the replay here. Gregoire makes the turn. Nice roll on the attack. And that was Parker Ailes who gets the score. Ailes, a junior out of Guilford, Connecticut. Well, an excellent start for Texas on the road. They've scored the first 3 in this game. And then you see Christian DeAngelis. Strong work on the faceoff there. The senior out of Austin. So far has had the upper hand on the faceoff dot. We are still working with the clock management. I will go ahead and bark it out when we're good to go. As you see that shot attempt by Texas, Teddy Lisa. No shot on goal. It's way wide of Charlie Bebo. As we isolate in on Cale Kissel, the excellent long stick defender for Colorado State. Clock ticking on the score bug now in the upper left-hand corner of your screen. So we could be in good shape here with about 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Texas takes the shot and they score. A good look for the Longhorns. I do not have a 27 on the roster, but I know it's a goal at the 4:54 mark here in the first quarter, and it's a 4-0 lead for Texas. Outstanding start for the Longhorns here on the road. Nice scoop by Hoff. Tries to swim out of chaos with 3 orange jerseys in front of him, and it works out very well. Malinowski, bounce pass attempt to Flores, and a nice read by Glennon. Glennon gets in front of it, and he'll record a caused turnover and a ground ball. Good reaction by Glennon, nice instincts. So here are the Longhorns again, getting a shot off and scoring another time here in the first quarter. That is Jack Eigen. So both the Eigens have tallied here in the opening frame of this men's lacrosse game. And we will look at the replay supported by Wayner Construction. Almost lost it, recovered, and then sent one through into the net. 41, Jack Eigen. Connecticut, playing for this Texas team from Austin. No timeouts as the Rams are down 5-0. 23rd ranked team in the country in Division I MCLA haven't lost here at home, and they're down by 5 in the first quarter. Credit the work of Texas. And the Longhorns have another possession. Crafty roll dodge up top there by Texas. That was Max Eigen, who has a goal in this game. Can CSU get to the ball? Whistle blown before the scoop by Will Farkas. Colorado State is going to have possession. Well, you hear the band. Meanwhile, I am double checking. The goal scored previous to the Jack Eigen score at 4:14 was by a 27. That would be Cade Kennedy, but I was told by staff that Kennedy is not here. Shot coming off the stick of Nick Chastain, the senior mid. It is wide. CSU will keep it. We'll lock in on Riley Flores. Again, so good to have him back. He's missed multiple games with a shoulder injury. A leader and definitely one of the top threats for Colorado State in the last couple of years. So Flores is out there. CSU trying to wheel back and send it to reset. Doesn't work, but fortunately, McFerrin's able to scoop it up. And there was a shot clock issue there. That's why McFerrin just sent it. And CSU gets blanked in the attack area. Longhorns doing everything right as they set up with Parker Ailes as the mids sub back in. 90 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Texas has it, and they are up 5. And look at that shot. They've been attacking from that spot the whole first quarter, and successful again. Christian Reno gets his first goal of this contest. The replay. Yep, nothing there. Here comes Reno across the goal line extended and able to whip it through with the left release. Good look from number 8 right there in the background, Christian Reno. Eventually, CSU controls the faceoff, and here comes Dylan Hoff. Hasn't left yet. Turned by Malinowski, and he can't get it through. It looked like a great opportunity for Malinowski. He hits the turf and then immediately reaches to his right side like he got checked to the ribs. That is Carson Malinowski, who has missed game action. We'll look at the replay and see what happened. Yeah, really don't see much contact there. Almost like a strain occurred on his release. And you see the freshman Carson Malinowski being attended to by medical staff. With 60 seconds remaining in the first quarter, Malinowski's teammates observing. We will take a break and come back and wish the best for Carson Malinowski. Okay, we're back to live action. Fortunately, Carson Malinowski was able to get up. He's over on the sidelines. And fortunately for Colorado State, they get to keep the ball until right now. It's a battle for it. Riley Flores getting in the mess to keep the scrum alive. Flores still in there. A lot of contact, and then the whistle blown. And Texas is going to get possession. Not exactly decisive in all that mess. But yes, now we can confirm Texas has it as they are clearing. And just as Justin Owens was moving forward to advance, well, now possession awarded back to Colorado State. Here comes Kevin Mulligan. Good guy to have it. Boom, there he goes. Finds a cutter behind the back, goal scored by the Colorado State Rams. What a pretty piece of work there by CSU. And that is Blaine Ware, along with the rest of the Rams, celebrating. We'll look at the replay and define who scored. It wasn't Ware because it wasn't a long pole. I am incorrect. Blaine Ware scores with the long stick, BTB. Well, if you're going to wake yourselves up, how about that for a highlight to share with you here with Stream It Sports. First goal of the game at the 19-second mark is Blaine Ware from Kevin Mulligan. Ware's a fun guy to watch, a long stick midi, but he's very active here on the season. The Rams still down 5 goals here in Fort Collins. The lights are on here in Fort Collins, 7:30 Mountain Time. And perhaps the Blaine Ware goal has lit up the attack for Colorado State. About 20 seconds left in the first quarter. Blaine Ware behind the back, an assist from Kevin Mulligan. That was the first goal of this contest for CSU. Just starting off the second quarter of play, Dylan Hoff v. Christian DeAngelis. And DeAngelis wins that faceoff. We flip sides now, so the guys in the burnt orange with the white helmets from Texas, they are moving from left to right as you're watching along with us on your screen. CSU defending in the white jerseys and the green shorts, and they got the big horns on their lids. Another opportunity there, but Texas pounces on the ball. Sterling Hupp doing little things. The Texas kid out of Lakeway. And that is number 7 right there, Sterling Hupp, one of the guys that was put on our pregame radar. Longhorns with the 5-goal advantage. They scored the first 6 of the game. It started early and kept happening until Blaine Ware right there defending, able to get a goal for CSU just before we flip sides. Ball popped loose by the defense of Malcolm McDonald. 0 right there. But Texas able to keep possession. Said that so many times. Hank Chapin back there. A behind-the-back attempt by Texas. That's Christian Reno trying to match what we saw from Blaine Ware. Fortunately for CSU, that guy read it. Chucky Bebo makes the save. Tough first quarter for Bebo and the defense in front of him. Here's a shot coming through. So Bebo is seeing things better now that we flipped those sides. That's 2 consecutive saves by 33 right there, Bebo. About a minute and a half into the second quarter. 5-goal advantage for Texas. They take another shot. No threat to Chucky. Texas will go shag it and continue. That's Teddy Lisa. Ball down, scooped up by Farkas. Here comes Will Farkas. Clears all on his own. CSU advancing forward. Contact as Cade Ebers was pushing through, and he's going to keep it. There you go, Cade. Now we'll go back to the wide shot. See Ebers is going to come out. First line middies coming in, and that includes James Bowers. Anthony DiDonato, also part of that first line of mids with Nick Chastain. Head coach Ryan McDonald switching things up for various reasons, including missing personnel here this evening. Chastain takes the shot, tries to go high, and it's over the top of the crossbar. Bowers keeps it. Tries to squeeze one through. It's saved by Glennon. DiDonato scoops it up, and Colorado State has a lengthy possession here. They weave around. Chastain's going to try to make the turn, and steady. Hits the defender right in the face mask. Up front is Bowers, and he scores. Good reaction by Bowers. Finds it and then sends it into the twine. And here is the replay. Off the noggin. Chastain actually scooped it up and sent it down low to Bowers, who scores. Okay, the Rammies are awake. They've scored the last 2 as you look at James Bowers across the way, celebrating with his teammates. And then you get the face-off win. And heavy contact. Everybody reacts. And now the guys will share. Most of that was teammates for CSU coming on to celebrate what Michael Reed accomplished. Getting the face-off and getting the possession in the attack area for Colorado State. Michael Reed not worried about taking a couple of licks. 6-2 game, last two scored by CSU, and there's a third one. So Reed scored on that play because no one else touched it. So that was a Fogo getting a goal, and it's Michael Reed, which further explains exactly why the guys were so pumped when they came on. I did not see the ball released. Three consecutive goals scored by Colorado State after giving up the first 6. Mulligan pressuring. And the ball popped loose. Chapin able to shag it. And careful there because getting into the passing lane is Colorado State. Cale Kissel, number 10 right there, disrupts that pass attempt. Texas is going to keep it, but you can see things have changed. It's going to be one of those game of runs. It already is. 6 in a row for Texas. Now 3 straight for CSU. The Rams are defending. And they clearly are jacked up by recent performances by their squad. Center cutter coming through, nothing there, and the ball's going to travel all the way across the midline. Adam Weiner scoops it up, and then immediately possession is given to CSU. There's Matt Dowden. Bowers comes in, and he'll bring it forward. Over to Nick Chastain. Across the way, you can kind of get a look at staff members from Colorado State. That's DiDonato. Bowers was going to use his side, but good defense by Bake Dickey, and then a save by Glennon, who's very confident. Rapid clear by JT Pyle. Jake Niss causing the ground ball, and there's going to be a flag called on what looked like a solid shot from Cale Kissel. But you saw no hesitation whatsoever by the officiating crew. So for the first time this evening, it'll be Texas now going man up. Let's go ahead and look at the replay here. Niss causing the chaos, and then Cale Kissel sending humans airborne. Smile, ref, you got the good stuff here. This is a Stream It Sports production. You want some FaceTime? We'll get you that. Let's take a peek at one of the scores earlier. This was the Michael Reed face-off win. He released it before that contact from 3 different Longhorns. And now when you get the isolated slow-mo shot, you can see the ball go through. So with the lighting initially on the live call, couldn't see the ball. But Michael Reed did indeed score there. And it drew a big celebration by his teammates, digging on the senior. And that was the most recent goal scored. As the Longhorns send one, Sterling Hupp from way up top. It is off, but the Longhorns will keep it. Hank Chapin back there chases the ball. And then a couple of whistles in the background. And they just want to reset Texas back in the spot where the ball went out of bounds. Right there? Yes. And Christian Reno is good to go. From way up there, what a rocket job by Texas and Teddy Lisa. Well, that's why Teddy Lisa was once a signee to play at the Division I level with Lafayette College. Kid out of Massachusetts, and look at this, great shot. From way up there, that is a gun. And Teddy Lisa in Texas very pleased right now after the first Lisa goal of the game. That stops the 3 goals unanswered run by CSU. You can see some of the turf line, a little bit of dirt there. It's following 2 days ago. We had a snowstorm here. For Colorado State, we mentioned repeatedly, they're 4-0 on the year at home. Well, those were all on synthetic turf surfaces. This is the first time they were playing on natural grass here at the center of campus. That'll affect your scoops on ground balls. Can't blame the turf on that. That's just an outstanding shot again. And it's Max Eigen with his second goal of the game. He started the scoring just seconds into the game, and here he is again in the second quarter. Look at this. Evades the contact, sidearm, whoosh, right through the goalie. Max Eigen at 8:09, and you look at the reaction of Chucky Bebo. So we have 3 Eigen goals in the game for Texas, 2 by Max. As we're looking on the very fun Evan Shanks, causing problems. Nick Chastain subbing back in. So Chastain still working with Di Donato, who has it right now. Bowers floating around in the background on the right side of your screen. Flores up high, the attacker. Bowers going to use the screen? No. Back up to Flores. Riley off the Texas defender. And it goes all the way down and creates an opportunity for Texas. Then a whistle blown as Gavin Gregoire was trying to get a shot off. And there is a timeout called with about 7.5 left here in the second quarter. 5-goal advantage for these guys. In a good spot under their head coach, Kyle Hartzell. See if I can spot Kyle Hartzell. He is not on screen right now. And then we go and cut to the CSU huddle. That's the defense. Love those shots from our crew, which includes Phil Mildren, Justin Salvia, Mike Trujillo, Tom Maynor, Rob Spradling. That's our first liners. We'll take a break here in Fort Collins, Colorado State trailing by 5.
Jason, let's go see your room.
No, that's not right. How is it? Is it good?
About 7:45. We look forward to this when we get our productions here in the middle of campus, because we get to look at Moby Arena when it starts to light up at night. It's just a gorgeous look. You see the iconic ram head there. And there is a look at head coach Kyle Hartzell For Texas, his team's up 5. Hartzell, so notable within the lacrosse community. He's won championships at every level possible, including a 2007 D3 national championship with Salisbury University. He's won 3 in the pros, 3 international titles. Up front, Chucky Beball. Did he make the save? No. And it is a goal for Texas again after the timeout. It is Gavin Gregoire, the local kid out of Greenwood Village, who went to Regis and played for Jim Soren. The start after that turnover, and look at this, Texas pouncing on the opportunity, and Gregoire getting the goal off the feed from Teddy Lisa. There's Gavin Gregoire, again, played for Regis, he was a Raider. And now he's a Longhorn. And the Longhorns have stopped the bleeding after they gave up 3 in a row. Now they've scored the last 2. Flag down. Multiple guys going off, so I'm trying to get a read on who's going to go man up. It'll be Texas. So it'll be a second time here in the second quarter that the Longhorns are going to be man up as we tighten in and look at the official, and then just the nonverbal of Charlie Bebo, who's had a tough first half here. He and the defense in front of him. Freshman out of Los Gatos, California. He's the man, though. He's the goalie. And even for Bebo, who sees that immediately from up top, it goes over the crossbar. But again, we know this is the first time the Rams are playing here in the middle of campus on the turf fields. Usually they were over at Canvas Stadium. And this is a night game. Well, defense gets out of it there. Kevin Mulligan's going to push forward. He goes down after a little bit of contact. McFerrin threatens. No, they're going to pull back to Nick Chastain and reset. Well, equals the largest deficit for CSU in this game so far. Texas started the game scoring the first 6. They were up 6-0. Then Colorado State scored 3 in a row. And now the last 3 have been scored by Texas again. CSU patiently taking their time to set up. DiDonato coming forward. It looked like he was trying to bounce pass it or get a bounce shot towards the goalie. It doesn't happen, and Texas clearing quickly. Farkas messing with the attacker with his long pole. That's Christian Reno back there, and he's going to send it up top. Parker Ailes has a goal in this game, number 4 right there for Texas. Excellent defense by Colorado State. Can they get the ground ball, though? Farkas battling for it. And he will record the ground ball there. Possession to CSU. And now they'll try to clear. I am incorrect. Texas keeps it. Until now. Cale Kissel, the thief. Cale Kissel not fazed by a 6-goal deficit. Now we'll have another timeout called. Head coach Ryan McDonald talk it out with his guys and how they want to approach this upcoming possession. McDonald's on your left there. He's talking to the Rams. Take a break here in Fort Collins.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey,
Why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look! Showing you more campus structures here at Colorado State University. We're on the intramural fields. In the background, you can see the Football Hispano-Americano. And up front, we're watching the Lacs. The Homeboys down 6, but they just took a timeout. And we'll see what their plan of attack here is. That wasn't part of it for sure. As Irick tries to chase the ball down, and he's not going to get there. Good ground ball scoop on the part of Bake Dickey. Thought maybe that ball would go into the CSU bench, but instead, look at that. Colorado State getting in the mess, and eventually Blaine Ware has possession of it. Okay, so we'll reset all of that after the timeout. Colorado State has the ball. About 3.5 left here in the second quarter. Good to see Malinowski in there, the attacker. CSU trying to sneak center cutters in there. Mason Daly was open there. He's a sizable guy too, but they couldn't get an angle to deliver the pass. Instead, McFerrin's going to shoot, and it is wide. Ryan Glennon has allowed just 3 goals in this game. He deserves the isolation shot. You get it if you earn it. He is so far. Adam Weiner clears. So Weimer clears, and Texas will set themselves up. There is the 27 who had a goal. And again, I was told Kate Kennedy is not here and not present. But on the Texas roster, Kennedy is listed with a 2-7. Almost an assist there, but the ball hits pipe. And of course, Cale Kissel is near the ball. Here he comes, the LSM on the run. If you're watching in Austin or from the Texas lacrosse community, you want to help me out with the intel on the 2-7, feel free to. We're not afraid to get it right. Go ahead and DM me on the Twitter. It's just my name, MARTYCESARIO. Would like to give credit to that kid. We're wearing green, but we're also professionals. You can thank Colorado State's lacrosse program for that. Dowden takes the shot, sidearm, couldn't bounce it through Glennon. But Flores chases it down, and he'll be placed and wait for the restart. Here he comes. Flores having some troubles getting free. Oh, good help by James Bowers. One minute left in the first half. Plenty of whistles before Texas got possession. Are they going to keep it? And there's your answer. Coming through open space, Mason Morris. And the Longhorns will take their time here. That's Jack Eigen, 41, waiting for the midi subs. And we'll see how they approach this, what could be a final possession for the Longhorns. Ware with good D across the way. Save by Bebo. No, that was a pass behind the goal line. That's a save by Chucky. Good work, Bebo. Bebo barking orders to his fellow defenders. And we'll stay tight. And he makes a kick save to end the half. Nice work by Chucky there. But still, a lot more to do for CSU in the upcoming 30 minutes of play. Well, the Rams started by giving up a 6-0 advantage to Texas. Then CSU scored 3, but the last 3 tallied by the visiting Texas Longhorns. Those guys will go talk it out, and we've got a lot more lacrosse ahead of us. We'll take a break here. It's halftime here in Fort Collins, Colorado.
Elizabeth Rome. I've played many roles on TV and film, but today I want to speak to you as myself about a cause that's very dear to my heart. The Cancer Prevention and Treatment Fund provides free help to those who have cancer and those who wish to prevent it. They've also worked tirelessly on banning cancer-causing chemicals in our homes and neighborhoods. I want to thank them as a mom for protecting our families. Please donate today at the Cancer Prevention and Treatment Fund at stopcancerfund.com.
Looking across the way, medical staff trying to stay warm. We have dropped about 20 degrees since the opening face-off here in Fort Collins. Looking around, getting some different shots, and here's the most important stuff. These are the visuals as the Texas Longhorns got started up, and just a mix of outstanding attacking, including those shallow shots along the goal line extended. See, there's 2 in a row right there, and then outstanding goalie play. Center cutter there, another goal by the Longhorns. Just a quick mix of highlights as the Longhorns could not be stopped early on. They scored the first 6 goals in this game. They had a 6-1 lead at the end of 1 quarter of play. Then Kevin Mulligan and his CSU Rams got a little spark. Look at that gorgeous shot from Blaine Ware from Mulligan, and that sparked Colorado State. Bowers scores there. It was a 3-goal surge for CSU. But then Texas able to get 3 in a row to finish off the second quarter of play. We have just started play. This is live action you're seeing in Fort Collins. We now are shrouded in darkness. Lights are on. We're at the center of campus at Colorado State University, Fort Collins, Colorado. 6 minutes after 8 o'clock, I have 35 degrees here at field level. About 30 minutes of lacrosse to go. Colorado State in white, looking to get back into this game. We could note recent history. It's 19 days ago, their game against New Hampshire, the Rams were down for a long time, but able to make a comeback and get themselves a 4th consecutive victory at home. More work to do for the Rams here, again trailing on their home campus. Colorado State in white, Texas in the burnt orange. Nick Chastain retreating, and now he'll advance forward. Nice snag, and then score for Carson Malinowski. The freshman from San Marcos, Cali, with a sweet-looking highlight that we'll probably share on the Twitters. Catches it, falling, fading, and sends it along the grass and scores. Carson Malinowski, 9-9 right there. So the first goal of the second half for the Rams, and then Dylan Hoff on the ensuing faceoff, able to get possession for CSU. Hoff's moving forward, and his shot is wide. What a great angle there off the camera of Tom Maynard. Well, game cam's Rob Spradley. Both are good. We're solid either way. So good start. More cowbell. Chastain forward. Malinowski again. This time it is stopped by Glennon, the goalie. But Bowers has it. And now Colorado State will reset. And Chastain now is going way up high towards the midline for the second time in a row. Worked last time. Tries to go no-look pass. Texas defense able to get in the way. Bowers releases, and it is wide of the goalie. CSU will keep it. That is Jared McFerrin, the senior. He is a lefty. Another missed shot from CSU. Back there is Bowers. Rammies will keep it. An early go to start the third quarter, and then look at this long possession for the Rams as Bowers tries to work the dodge. Takes the shot over the shoulder of the defender. Excellent read by Ryan Glennon, the sophomore goalie for Texas. So the first look in the third quarter of Texas advancing to the north. It was real good to them in the first quarter, where they scored 6 goals in a row to begin the game. Hupp forward. Missed exchange to the cutter. Colorado State will get it. And here comes Cutter himself. No, that's Kate Ebers. Good clear by Kate Ebers. Daly forward. Aggressive defense. Hupp marking him well. Mulligan. Nothing there. You saw that stick check. Just the subtle poke that was effective from Adam Weimer, the junior out of McLean, Virginia. So the Longhorns will attempt to clear. Clears always seem to start with the talented Ellis Tucci, the senior out of Rye, New York. The Eigens trade with each other. And there is Jack Eigen way up top with Kevin Mulligan tracking him. Great read on it by Charlie Bebo. So he snags the turnover. And then there's an unforced error. Texas gets it right back. So Kevin Mulligan will again have to play some D. Eigen, face dodge, tries to take the shot. It doesn't come through the defense. Off camera, Mulligan was clearing. And here comes Nick Chastain. Up front, doorstep shot. Malinowski scores again. Carson Malinowski for Colorado State. From high, this time threatened by a defender, but it gets low to Malinowski right there in front of the crease. And it's the dunk shot by the freshman. 9:23 mark. Malinowski scores his second, both here in the third quarter. And the Rams are within 4. And they win the faceoff. Kissel gets it and sends it low. Look at the long poles, so active. Kissel and Farkas running the show. There's Malinowski, who has 2 goals here in the third. And again, we see Chastain almost to midline. So CSU wants that space to work with on foot. Chastain takes the shot. Look at that. Laser targeting. So true by the senior Nick Chastain. The replay supported by Wayner Construction. A little bit of space on the stop and then zip. Celebrates with Riley Flores. Nick Chastain, he good. That's the first goal of the game for Nick Chastain at the 8:28 mark here in the third quarter. And now Colorado State is within 3, and then Michael Reed wins the faceoff. Very composed efforts here in the third by Colorado State. Here comes Ebers. Bounce shot is good. Ebers gets the Rams within 2. Watch this. Stops. A timeout called by head coach Kyle Hartzell in Texas. We're going to keep it right here. Colorado State celebrating with Cade Ebers. The Rams have scored 4 in a row here in the third quarter. Look at the officials and remind you as we thank you humbly. We appreciate you watching Colorado State men's lacrosse and this kind of action. Let's look at the last 4 goals by CSU here to start the third quarter. Chastain to Malinowski. Falling, scoring. Chastain again up top. This side. Still at the doorstep. Dunk. Malinowski. Chastain on his own. Look at him. Just again, that stop just gets a little bit of space, and he scores. And then Ebers, most recently. Again, from considerable distance. That's 4 in a row here in the third. As the local fans enjoying the work of the Rams here to get to within 2. Remember, if you're enjoying these kind of productions, opportunities available for your brand or organization. You can have support and presence here with the CSU Lacrosse Productions. You can connect with me or CEO, Executive Producer Phil Mildren. Hit us up, Marty at streamitsports.com or Phil at streamitsports.com. Direct messaging is open on the Twitter if you want to hit us up that way too. Hopefully you are enjoying it. These guys are fun. And there's another one. Dylan Hoff wins the faceoff, no hesitation, solves the goalie, and puts it in. The Rams within 1. Let's look at that again. We've seen it before, the work of Dylan Hoff. Feels the pressure on the backside, reads the defender in front of him, and pops it through the goalie. The guys in white with the Bighorns, very pleased right now, and they should be. 7:54 mark. Here in the third, Dylan Hoff scores. Fair analysis in the first half. The Rams were being outworked. Credit the Longhorns. So many different ways Texas was beating CSU, not just on the scoreboard. Well, that has changed. And now it's a 1-goal game. The Rams have the Longhorns' attention here at nighttime in Fort Collins. Fans digging it. We'll see how Texas reacts in this situation. The Longhorns have won 3 consecutive games coming into tonight. This is their first of their 2-game Colorado trip. Caused turnover, and then the ground ball scoop by Kevin Mulligan. Here comes Ebers, who's been so effective clearing tonight and just has the most recent goal for the Rams. Colorado State with possession, looking to tie. They have trailed throughout this game. Well, there is senior Nick Chastain. Bowers back to DiDonato. Excellent composed patience by the Rammies. McFerrin shoots, and it is just wide of the stick side of Ryan Glennon, the goalie. but CSU will keep. Chastain takes that shot, tries to go high corner, nothing there. Instead, it gets to DiDonato and resets to McFerrin. Chastain scores and ties it up. From there, are you serious? Affirmative. Nick Chastain. Low to high, and we're even at 9s. Across the way, and then cycle it back around to Chastain. And he sends it with heavy velocity. What a surge by the CSU Rams here in the third quarter. 5:47 mark in the third. Nick Chastain scores his second, and we are all tied up 9-9 in Fort Collins. Face-off win, quick shot. Bebo makes the save. Texas is going to keep it. Six consecutive goals scored here in the third for the Rams, and they have tied things up. Ware defending with the long pole. Causes the turnover. McDonald will chase it. And here comes CSU. They've never led in this game. There's Malcolm McDonald, the talented senior defender. And an unfortunate error for CSU. Back the other way comes Texas. That's Tucker George. The temps are chilly, 36 degrees, but the Lax is hot. And so are the Rams, who've tied it up with a 6-goal surge in the third. Wide open, what a feed. And across the way, they find the attacker. And that's an excellent answer by the Longhorns. The goal scored by Seaver Sasso. Through the defense. Watch this assist. Parker Ailes across the way through the defense, and then Seaver Sasso able to get a score so timely for Texas. So Texas regains their advantage. CSU wins the faceoff. And here come the Rams. That's Farkas. Ooh, the jump pass to Flores doesn't work, and it's turned over. Look into the eyeballs of the goalie Ryan Glennon. Adam Weimer evades McFerrin on the ride. And Weimer wants his help. One-goal game. CSU started the second half with 6 in a row. Texas just scored. Seaver Sasso getting the tally for the Longhorns to regain the lead for Texas. UT has the ball. They take a shot, and there's another goal. So now a little mini run starting up for Texas as Max Eigen scores again for his Longhorns. Let's look at Max Eigen's third goal of the game. He goes stick side to the ankles and bounces it through. .327 mark. There's Eigen. And he's got 3, and now Texas is back up 2. and they get the face-off win from Wes Gilbert. Indeed, a game of runs here. Texas started with the first 6. Rams scored 3. UT scored 3. Rams started the second half with 6 in a row. And now it's 2 straight for Texas, and they have the ball. Farkas working the attacker very hard. And it's a good save. I don't even think that got through to Bebo. Flag in the air, and looks like the Rams, based on how they're reacting, is that's going against Texas. So the Rams are down 2, and they're going to go man up. Good isolation shot on the official, going wheels, so he can deliver the verdict to the scores table. All right, good follow through. I'm sure his family's happy about that. Little feature for the officiating crew. Well, here are the Rams, man up now, but down 2 suddenly after they tied it up. That's Bowers as the crowd reacts. You hear the groan. CSU's going to keep it. McFerrin stopped by Glennon. Bowers scoops it up. Good job by Travis Palmer getting into the play. And there's Palmer trying to trail back into it in the attack area. Nothing there. Shot over the top of the crossbar. No threat to Bebo. Longhorns will keep. About a minute and a half left, third quarter. CSU has still outscored Texas 6-2 in the third. But after tying it up, they've lost their lead. Well, they didn't have the lead. They have allowed the lead to get regained by Texas here. And now the Longhorns, you see, taking their time on this possession. Good trail check there. That was Malcolm McDonald who pops it loose. And then we get whistles. McDonald allowed the roll dodge, almost baited the attacker, and then popped it loose to force the turnover. I'm saying that now. Got to wait and see with this verdict how this shakes out as the 2 officials talk it out. Let's check the replay on the defensive work. Good 2-man defense, actually, with McDonald and Cade Ebers. So you look across the way and see CSU is man up again. They've got less than 60 seconds here in the third. Can they get back to within 1? McFerrin stopped by Glennon. So it seems like now in the back end of the third quarter, Ryan Glennon is dialed in with those long shots. Look at this. Bowers causes the turnover, scoops it up. Here comes the Rams with 30 seconds to go. Up front, doorstep, Riley Flores scores. And the Mantis pose to finish. Let's check the replay. Starts with the D work. Look at Bauer's hustle. Dislodges the ball, moves forward, keeps his eyes up. Finds Flores, who finds net. And the camera finds Riley. Shake it if you got it, Riley. So good for him. He's missed plenty of game time here in the 2023 season. Always one of the top 3 goal scorers for the Rams, and here he is, he gets one. Obligatory moonshot. We're on a college campus, right? Triple meanings there. Gorgeous, right through the trees. Phil Mildren and his crew like to show off sometimes. That's okay. Puff your chest, guys. And thank you, Mother Nature, for the gimme shot. Meanwhile, Colorado State has pulled to within 1 again. They tied it up here in the 3rd, then gave up 2 to Texas. You can see across the way there's still a Longhorn on one knee and then another. So CSU has a personnel advantage as Blaine Ware working against Sterling Hupp. Longhorns just trying to kill off time, or are they going to be aggressive? No, now they're trying to extinguish the time here in the 3rd. And doing quite well, Sterling Hupp. And that'll end the 3rd quarter of play. How exciting was that? A 6-goal run by CSU tied it up. Texas got 2. The Rams just got one from Riley Flores. We've got a 1-goal game and 15 minutes more of lacrosse at minimum coming up in Fort Collins.
Jason, let's go see your room.
No, that's not right. How is it? Is it good?
Cue up Moon Shadow, Cat Stevens, Bark at the Moon, Ozzy. How you want to go with this? Another good look at that big ball in the sky. Again, thanks Mama Nature And thank you to these two lacrosse teams. Oh, what a great show. As Colorado State has come back to within one as we start up the fourth quarter of play. 15 minutes on the clock and a fourth quarter about to commence between Colorado State in white and Texas in that burnt orange. CSU has never led in this game. They have tied once. As we just get going here in the fourth. Longhorns start with a decent possession. They look like they've settled down too, taking their time. So Kyle Hartzell, the head coach for Texas, has his guys settled down just a little bit after what just occurred in the third, where they gave up a 6-goal run to CSU and lost their lead for a moment. From X, that was Gavin Gregoire. Now UT works it around. Nothing there. Good defense. Farkas had the scoop, but then the whistle. And Texas will keep it. You see a tight shot of a shot by Max Eigen. No threat. So we pan to the right and get a look at the goal. Jake Niss is marking Christian Reno. Shallow crease roll, if you want to call it that, but Charlie Bebo was not affected at all. Good instincts. Bebo's been solid here in the second half. He and his D challenged in the first, clearly. But they've toughened up here. It's Carson Malinowski now is starting up this possession here for the Rams. Mulligan up top, and there's Chastain. And there's that space again. Mulligan's going to get out. First line mids back on the field. Chastain's going to start from way up top. That worked so well in the third. Let's see what happens here. Ball popped way out. Flores is going to have to chase. And Gregoire able to get to it. So an empty possession for CSU. But they get it right back. Bauer's doing little things here between the restraining lines. That's a couple of times now. Okay. So again, Nick, pull back. Let's see how the Rams operate. That gets through. I believe Glennon got a piece of it. Judging by his reaction, he knew exactly where the ball was going because he deflected it. So a save for Glennon. CSU keeps it. Here comes Malinowski looking for a cutter. Nope. Malinowski from X up front. Did he get it in? No. Stopped by Glennon. JT Pyle clears. And then he hits the brakes. One goal lead for the Longhorns. How about that wrap check? Cale Kissel. Flores gets it. Okay. Several whistles. I believe Texas wants to take a timeout. No, it's actually Colorado State, as you see across the way. So head coach Ryan McDonald pulls his boys to the side. They're down one, looking to tie again here in the second half.
There's a place to share gossip about the office party fun, and a place to share the story you tell everyone. There's a place to share a laugh about when things went wrong, and a place to share the video of you dancing to your song. There's a place to share spare change, lunch, and your time. But we could all be better at sharing how we're feeling inside. 76% of employees have struggled with at least one issue that affected their mental health. When you share, you're not alone.
Offensive unit on the left, defenders on the right. Head coach Ryan McDonald just to the right of the center of the screen. He's got the cap on, and you see his hood out the back of his jacket. Staff elected to take a timeout as they approach this upcoming possession with an opportunity to tie once again. Gotta like the effort of the Rams. It was a struggle early. Down by as many as 6 twice in this game. But they score 6 in a row to start the third. Tied it up. Credit the Longhorns. Got a couple to regain their lead. Well, now we're sitting with a 1-goal differential. There's Christian Reno, and to his right, Will Farkas. And here comes the Rams, looking to tie. Back to X and Dowden. DiDonato takes the shot and scores. We're even again. Another one of the local kids on the Colorado State program, Anthony DiDonato, the freshman from Green Mountain, has evened us up 11 apiece. Dowden all the way across to that right alley, and DiDonato with the strong left. So many different players contributing in so many different ways in this game. And how about the effective timeout by head coach Ryan McDonald and his staff? Peace. Ware working Hupp. And then Ware peels back. Number 23, CSU, tied up with the 4-1 Texas Longhorns. Eigen moving forward, delayed penalty, he gets up and scores. Oh, that's good no-die effort by Jack Eigen right there, and let's check out the replay. Looked like really good defense. Trail check by Cutter's been doing so many good things in this game. And then you see the reaction of Jordan Cutter, kid out of Highlands Ranch. Well, we must applaud the effort of Jack Eigen. And across the way, you see Cutter is going to take a knee. Cutter's been a monster clearing, and see, he gets some love from staff. They know what he's done all throughout the game, but the whistle blown there, and Texas able to score with Jack Eigen. So back to a 1-goal game. Big stick at midfield. And then a whistle stops play. Texas is going to have possession, and they'll still be man up. Let's look at the replay real fast. Just watch the contact. Shoulder check by Cale Kissel is whistled. No penalty. A good reaction by Mulligan. I'm surprised Mulligan didn't sprint because he's got the wheels. Instead, it'll be Bebo doing work on the run to Blaine Ware. Okay, here come the Rams, down one again. Ware to Flores. And back up to Chastain, who will backpedal. You see the clock ticking on the score bug. No urgency, lots of time. 30 seconds on the shot clock as Chastain takes his time. And here comes Nick. Tries to go away from the stick side of Glennon, and it's wide of the cage. Glennon's been impressive. Minimal time left on the shot clock for Colorado State as we get the restart. McFerrin to Bowers, work it around, and a goal scored by Matt Dowden to even us up again. Matthew Dowden for the Rams. Check out the pretty replay here. Work the ball around and eventually find Matt Dowden, the sophomore out of Minnesota. And we are tied up again here in this second half. Third tie here in the second. Face-off win, Dylan Hoff. Here come the Rams. Save by Ryan Glennon. Back the other way, the Longhorns. Parker Ailes, one of the leaders for the program itself. And then Texas gets down to that X position. Ware defending. Teddy Lisa trying to get somewhere working the dodge. Look, nice double help, Will Farkas defensively. 20 on the shot clock for Texas. Bebo with the save. And a great deal of flexibility. Athletic move by the goalie for Colorado State. Chucky Good. He sends it up, and here come the Rams. Again, Colorado State has not led in this game. Jordan Cutter, again, doing so well on the clear, just using his legs. Press defense against Chastain this time, and it's excellent defense, forcing the ground ball opportunity, and you have to credit the work of Cole Fidji. Bowers again, causing chaos midfield, and he causes the turnover. Chastain gets the ground ball, and here come the Rams again. Mulligan directing with the nod. Under 6 to play in the fourth, tie game. Dowden sent back up top. Here comes Kevin Mulligan. Finds one cutter. Can't get it to Flores. The Rams will keep possession. No shot on goal there. Tucci knocks it loose from McFerrin. Guys can't find the white ball in the glaring light in the darkness. But eventually Chastain gets that ground ball. Approaching the 5-minute mark, remaining in regulation. Dowden takes the shot, saved by Glennon. Goes off of his stick and over the top of the crossbar. And Bowers will chase it and again extend this possession for Colorado State. The Rams looking for their first lead of the game. "20 seconds on the shot clock for CSU. Flores into Glennon. And Glennon makes the easy save for him. Nearly a turnover. And Chastain can't get to it. You see his reaction. Ooh, had an opportunity there. About 4 minutes left, and Texas will now have the ball in a tie game. A score for the Longhorns. JT Pyle, the long pole, gets the go-ahead goal for Texas. And let's look at the replay and the work of JT Pyle. What an effort by Cale Kissel. Going Superman, but he cannot disrupt Pyle from getting that goal. So the 6-foot freshman with the long stick is the one to regain the lead for Texas at the 3:57 mark here in the fourth quarter. Wes Gilbert with nice work on the faceoff. You see the decisive verdict by the official. Mulligan got a piece of that. So it goes off of Mulligan and out of bounds. Texas is going to keep it. Back there is Christian Reno. McDonald trying to swipe it free. Doesn't happen. Reno v. Farkas. Whistle blown as the stick of Tucker Georges popped free, and a timeout called by head coach Kyle Hartzell and the Texas Longhorns with about 3 minutes left. We will take the break as well so we can take a breath. How about you? It's a one-goal game here in Fort Collins. Phil Mildren and his crew getting fancy and creative, artistic, if you will, with the rack focus. We go from off focus, and now we have a clear shot of head coach Kyle Hartzell for the Texas Longhorns. He called the TO as Texas has possession right now, and they have the 1-goal lead with about 3 minutes left here in the fourth quarter of play. Hey, by the way, hello to the Colorado Buffaloes, the Utah Utes, who are likely watching. Texas in Boulder on Saturday. Utah here in Fort Collins on Saturday. Also, hey, what's up to the Bandit, Varsity Club Lacrosse, for carrying some of our tweets as we try to share the details during the broadcast. We've got a good one. It has earned your attention. Thanks to these guys, the Rams and the Longhorns. 1-goal game, 3 minutes now remaining in the fourth. Texas has the ball and the 1-goal advantage. And they score again. Max Eigen with his 4th goal of the evening. So Colorado State had tied it up at 8-14, but then JT Pyle scores, and you just saw Max Eigen, and now we'll get another look at his goal. Eigen takes the contact, and over the top, able to solve Charlie Bebo. So as we saw early in the fourth, where the CSU staff called a timeout, got the goal. Well, that's exactly what just happened for Texas. They called the timeout and get the goal in that possession. As we look at Hartzell fade to the right, and then Max Eigen. And now Hartzell directing his defense. And we'll await the ensuing face-off here. Gilbert and Hoff battling. And Gilbert's going to win that one. He's had a strong second half. Hupp taking his time. No one coming up defensively for CSU yet. .40 on the shot clock, if you're wondering. Eigen to Eigen, and work it around. .20 seconds remaining on the shot clock for the Longhorns. Saved by Bebo. Maybe some help from the pipe. They reset the shot clock. They call that a shot on goal. Too tough for Chucky to able to secure the ball. And so now here comes the pressure defense. Farkas is going to have to bring it up, and that's exactly what you see him doing. That shot is wide, but Texas is going to keep it with 62 seconds remaining in the fourth. The Longhorns trying to win their 4th game in a row by defeating the 23rd ranked team in the country. Right now, the shot clock and the game clock are equal. As you see, one of the Longhorns go belly down to the turf. And we tighten in on the senior defender, Will Farkas, for CSU. High urgency here for the Rams as they're down 2 and time is fading away. Not only did they get the goal for Max Eigen to get up 2, but they've been dominant with possession until now. Here comes Blaine Ware. He's going to run. No time to wait. Got to take shots. McFerrin to Cutter and scores. Okay, now Jordan Cutter scores for Colorado State to make it a 1-goal game. This will have to be a Dylan Hoff masterpiece coming up. As you look at the fast-paced effort, McFerrin elects not to shoot, finds Jordan Cutter, and the Rams get to within 1. It has to be a clean face-off win by the man on the right, Dylan Hoff, and probably send it a one-touch and shoot to tie. Official picking up the flag. Yeah, we don't need any of that. High intensity in the matchup here between Dylan Hoff and Wes Gilbert. Hoff wins it. He's on the run. Takes the shot. And it is wide. Flores waiting for the restart. And can't find a cutter to send it in. Texas will get the win in this exciting matchup in the MCLA. Dylan Hoff did exactly what he needed to do and got it downfield. But a missed shot looked like it went over the crossbar. Flores just didn't have enough time to get the restart and send it to a helper, a teammate, to get a shot off. And there's the reaction of the goalie, Charlie Bebo, and the rest of the Colorado State Rams. They suffer their first loss at home in 2023. Nice run by the Rams, getting that 6-goal run here in the third quarter. Tied it up 3 different times. But credit JT Pyle, Max Eigen, getting the scores for Texas, which proved to be the final difference as you look at the visuals from the course of this contest. Thank you so much to Phil Mildren, our executive producer, his crew, Justin Salvia, Mike Trujillo, Tom Maynor, and Rob Spradling. My name's Marty Cesario. Thank you for watching the fine entertainment, the lax from the CSU Rams and the Texas Longhorns. But for tonight, it's Texas winning their 4th in a row. Final score 14-13. We say goodnight from Fort Collins.
Pulling out the coupe with the lock, turn the swap, busting out the bells out the box. I just hit a lick with